Yo, what's going on, Yeet Nation, baby? We're back and we're breaking down the Y off trips nasty formation in Madden 25. You're going to find this formation in the Giants and the Chiefs playbook, and it's absolutely perfect whether you're grinding MUT champs, climbing through seasons, or pushing through the gauntlet, because this is the formation I use when I'm definitely tryharding. If you've seen our breakdown in the play motion Y corner earlier this year, you'll recognize this formation and how we built 7 different passing plays in this formation to guarantee yourself easy touchdowns, pushing the ball down the field, of course, alongside a solid running game. And later on in the video, I'm going to be breaking down RPO read Y flat, which is a game-changing, dirty red zone play that I only call in the red zone when I'm ready to score a touchdown. So of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, let's hop right into the breakdown. Now, because I broke down motion Y corner early on in the year, I'm not going to be breaking it down in this video because I don't want a 30-40 minute long video for this one. I want to try to keep it as simple as possible. Even though there's going to be a lot of information thrown at you, I don't want a super long video. So of course, I'm going to link that one in the description. And if you guys like the plays that I'm going over here, check that one out. And then of course you can incorporate it into your scheme. Motion X drag is going to be the first play that we break down. This beats both man and zone in multiple areas of the field, which of course I'm going to break down for you. I'm not going to try to go super in detail on each play, because if I did, this would be an hour-long video. I could turn this into an ebook if I really wanted to, but I'm of course putting this out for everybody to use. Now, the X receiver, the tight end, he goes on a really unique drag route because not only does he, of course, motion in first, giving him that little inside leverage, but he breaks over the middle of the field a little deeper than a normal drag route would. And now because of that, a couple things happen. One, he fits in a different window, allowing you to turn upfield in between the zones, but he also does not hit the square receiver when he's going over the middle of the field. Now, I've had a couple different mesh concepts in different formations where both drag routes run into each other, and of course that's absolutely counterproductive. We don't want that. But in this formation, in this play specifically, that doesn't happen for us. So we really like it that the mesh concept doesn't collide into each other. Now, we also are paired with a wheel route ran by the R1 receiver, and then the circle receiver runs a really unique post route. I can't stress how unique this post route is enough, because if I was to hot route a post route by this receiver, you're going to notice that it cuts diagonally across the field. But when I reset the play, you can see that he it's not quite an in route, but it's not a post route. It's like in between, and I really like that a lot. Now, the RB on this play, you have the ability to block him or put him in any route you would like, but I honestly really like this route that he goes towards the opposite side of the field, because it pushes the curl flats, it pushes the hard flats to the sideline. That gives you a little bit more and a bigger window to hit the tight end over across the field. Now, the reads on this play are going to be super simple. Read number 1 is going to be the tight end on his drag. Read number 2 is going to be the square receiver on his drag. Read number 3 is going to be the circle receiver on his post. And then of course you could look at the wheel route and the RB as needed. So those are going to be the reads on this play when you're going against a cover 3 that we have right now, cover 4, man defense. I'll talk about cover 2 in a moment, but we also have different plays in this formation that we call in cover 2. I will just break it down really briefly for in case you kind of get caught in cover 2 and aren't quite sure what to do. So the reads on this play, we're going to start it off. We look at the tight end. Look at the tight end. He doesn't bump in. Nice window to fit into and pick up your 10 yards. What I really like is you don't have to do any adjustments on this play. So you can kind of just call hike, quick hike him, and then just turn upfield. And if the user does not play these drag routes, I mean, they're just going to get open. I'm not going to spend too much time on drag routes, but you guys get the gist. The user has to play. Now, say the user dips down underneath to play the drag routes. Look at that post route that just fits over the middle so nice. Like that post route is absolute money when you're trying to hit over the middle of the field. And in real short yard situations, you can just kind of dump it off to the RB as he goes in between the tackles. But what if the opponent hops into cover 1 or some sort of man defense? Well, realistically, nothing. Reads are still the same. Now, we know our tight end and wide receiver are not going to bump each other in the mesh concept. But unfortunately, or fortunately, we can't say the same for the defense. A lot of the times, they will get bunched into each other. Real fast, I'll just throw it to the post route so you guys can see. Nice little window underneath. And if you have a speedster at wide receiver, just wait a little bit, throw it to the outside, and then, hey, just tag it across the sideline. Now, when I want to beat man defense specifically, I like motion Y pivot. Motion Y pivot is my press man beater for the unique tight end route that he currently runs. Of course, he does the typical motion in like we've seen in the previous plays, but this time he whips out to the sideline, which I really like because one, if the user tries to hover around the tight end, he doesn't know where you're going. Are you doing the corner route? Are you doing the drag route? Or are you doing the whip route? The user can't jump it because he doesn't know what you're doing. They all look incredibly identical. So right now we got the motion whip to the outside, guaranteed to beat man defense. The only way it gets stopped in man defense is if the user guesses right and runs straight to the outside. Now we're also paired with a couple of other man beating routes. For example, the square receiver on his in beats man defense. And if you have a really good speedster at the R1 position, he will also sometimes beat man defense as well, but of course it is a lot more inconsistent. The running back also beats man defense. He destroys man defense actually with his delay out route, and of course the square receiver route. Now this is a really unique in and up route. I don't really know what to call it. Unfortunately, it beats nothing in Madden. Like, I've tried finding a way to get this route open. It doesn't get open on anything. I've tried. If you guys lab something up and try to find a way to get him open on a consistent basis that you could realistically use in your online games, let me know in the comments down below. But of course, I haven't done that just yet. So we're going to be putting him on a post route, and because of that, he's able to beat man defense specifically with his really good positioning. And the reads on this play are going to be, again, super simple. We got the whip route ran by the tight end, he's read number 1. We got the post route, he's read number 2. The in route, read number 3, and then the running back on his delay block and release, he's going to be read number 4. Now we're going to call hike, and you're going to see the tight end. He just burns him to a crisp, and then you just turn upfield. It's such an easy route. Call hike one more time, and then you guys can see just insane separation. And I'm not going to spend too much time on a post route because it is a hot route that you could see on every play, but I mean, you could see also very good separation with a mid-tier receiver. And if you check out that in route, also phenomenal separation in itself. And then I'll showcase the running back just so you could see his route and how he's also able to beat man defense as well. And of course, this is with Montgomery at running back. If I wanted probably better running back animations for this route running, I probably would have put in Jahmyr Gibbs, but of course he's going to get the job done in himself. Now that we've broken the first 3 plays in this formation, the ones with motion on it, of course motion Y corner was done in an earlier video, let's hop into some that don't have a motion. For example, we'll start it off with Dagger Whip. So I really like this passing play in this formation because the tight end is lined up on the line of scrimmage, and the running plays in this formation have the tight end on the line of scrimmage, meaning so when you call this play right here, the opponent doesn't know whether you're running or passing the football. So the setup on this play is super simple. All we're going to be doing is stemming the square receiver on his C route down a notch, and by doing that, he doesn't get deep enough for the deep zone to jump it. All we have to worry about is the curl flat defender and seeing where he goes. But of course, we have answers for that. We're going to take the tight end and we're going to put him on a drag. And now we have a underneath route to pull the zones down to allow that C route to get open. Or if the zones stay over the top, we have the drag route to go underneath for us to pick up those easy yards. Now we're followed by another whip route ran by the R1 receiver and another in route ran by the circle receiver. So we're able to beat both man and zone on this play. And of course, we have another delay check and release ran by the running back over the middle. So the read zones play, super simple. Again, we got the drag route ran by the tight end. Underneath, throw it to him, force the defense to go underneath. After that, read number 2 is going to be the C route ran by the square receiver, and then followed by the whip route, the in route, and then the running back on the delay release. So we're going to go hike, and then we're just going to see, hey, is the tight end open? Hit it. Cool. And because he is not on the line of scrimmage, he's slightly off. He gets a different release and a different depth on the drag route. You guys could see he is basically doing his drag a little bit past the line of scrimmage, meaning a lot of the times those hook zones, those flats don't properly guard it, making it so he gets underneath the zones and you're able to just quickly check it down and then pick up the quick 10 yards. But of course, if that curl flat defender does go underneath, then the C route gets wide open on the sideline. One more time, you do have to kind of give it an underneath precision pass, and sometimes you want to undercut it, but it should be right there for you. And what I really like, if the user does go to the opposite side, that whip route has a little bit more of a delayed animation to it. It does get a little bit deeper down the field before it cuts. As you guys can see, it does go 5 yards, then cut towards the sideline. It allows it to get underneath the zones and allows that curl flat defender to go play the in route before he goes to the whip, allowing you to kind of attack it towards the sideline in zone defense. The opponent must kind of set his curl flats to 5 or 0 if he wants to play the whip route. But if he does, well, there's a phenomenal window for you on that in route. And even if the curl flat isn't low, you could just kind of wait for the proper window and then attack it. And of course, last but not least, the check down to the running back. PA double post is the play I call when I'm really trying to push the ball down the field. The wheel route from the tight end, the post, and that miniature slant by the square receiver all do a phenomenal job getting the ball down the field. The only problem with this play is you do need a little bit of time in the pocket, but luckily we're going to be blocking the RB. Now, the setup on this play is super simple. You're going to be putting the R1 receiver, the slot, on a streak. And because of that, he's going to be pushing the deep zones out of the way for the wheel route to fit in the pocket on the sideline and for that post route to fit in his pocket over the middle of the field. Now, the slant route by the square receiver, he's going to be occupying 1, the user, 2, or you're going to be hitting him in the middle of the field, allowing you to open up the sideline later parts in the game. Now, what you can do also is you can put the running back on a flat, or you can put him on any zone that you would like to. But I mean, if you need time in the pocket, block him. If you don't, you can kind of put him on a route to give yourself one separate option. I'll leave him on the flat for right now, but my reads on this play are going to be super simple. You're going to be looking at the square receiver on the slant. He's read number 1. If he's open, go for it, hit him. Read number 2 is going to be the wheel route from the tight end. Read number 3 is going to be the post route ran by the circle receiver. So right now, I mean, he's open, I'll hit him. So one more time, he's open, I'm hitting. Now the wheel route for the tight end has an odd window, but if you give it a precision pass to the outside, you'll have a zone for you. So one more time, the tight end does have an open window for you to just put it in that little pocket. And of course, all else fails, that post route, money. One more time, hey, if that post route fails, money. So I really like hitting the tight end in the pocket for multiple reasons. 1 is just a dot. 2, it allows you to go out of bounds afterwards for if you really need to stop the clock. 3 is just a different look for your opponent, and it's an unusual route combination for you to hit because, I mean, it's a clutter on the left or on the right side of the field, but you have a streak, you got a wheel, and then you got a flat, which is in theory a flood concept, right? You have 3 routes going to the right side of the field, but you only have 2 zones guarding it. So of course, if my math is mathin', 1 route has to be open. And the great part of it is one of those routes goes towards the middle of the field. So it's not useless, and it gives us other variety for us to hit in this field. But I mean, it's money though. So in real life, slot to buck is designed to beat cover 2, and it does a good job beating it in Madden. We have different ways we can do it, and I'll show you guys throughout the video, and of course if I forgot to put it. But right here, if I call hike and I put the defense to cover 2, you're gonna see it just right there. You're able to just fit it in the pocket of a cover 2 defense. There's different ways for you to attack cover 2 on this play. I mean, over the middle of the field. And if the user goes to specifically guard the tight end on it, on the hook route, then of course the post route that goes across the middle of the field will also get absolutely wide open. And of course, the check down to the running back. But the streak route ran by the circle receiver, he's going to be the guy that I really like hitting on this play in cover 2. So the reads on this play are super simple. You know what? You see cover 2, you hop into this play. The tight end on the mini hook he's going to be read number 1. You're going to want to hit that a handful of times so that the post route gets open over the top for the R1 receiver. And of course, the circle receiver across the sideline, he's going to be the absolute money one in this play. But what you also could do is, if you know your opponent is in cover 2 defense, come back in motion X drag. If you do that, then the wheel route ran by Amon-Ra St. Brown, the R1 receiver, also gets really open against a cover 2 style defense. Same way with that streak, he also gets open across the sideline. And after you call slot 2 buck a couple times, and specifically cover 2, the opponent, he'll kind of get an idea, a good opponent I should say, will get an idea on what you're doing. Why I like motion X drag a little bit more when you see a cover 2 defense, because 1, you're able to hit the sideline the same way you can in slot 2 buck, but you also have route combinations underneath the field which allow you to, of course, hit different routes in case 1, the opponent takes away the sideline shot by the R1 receiver, but in case it wasn't cover 2, you read the defense wrong and you need something else to hit. You have a couple check downs in the drag, the post, and the running back to bail yourself out in case you did read the defense wrong. So we're going to go over double cross, and then I'm going to show you guys why RPO read wide flat is such a dirty play in Madden. Crossing routes have always been money route combination in Madden throughout the history of the game. And of course, it's not going to be any different in this one as well. So all we're going to do is be putting the tight end on a drag, and that's all you really need to do on this play. The tight end, the slant, and the crossing route all going to be beating both man and zone. They're both going to get money. All you got to do is just make the proper read on this play and of course stretch the ball down the field. Now if you really want tight end, of course, just like in the previous plays, he always gets open and is money in man defense or zone defense on a drag. Now of course, also in the previous play, same route combination, he gets open on the slant. So I'm not going to keep repeating it. You guys already know it's money for the catch and run. Of course, we got our money crossing route as well running across the field. All you got to do is just give it a downward precision pass, allow it to cross the middle of the field, and then just hit it towards the sideline. It's a super easy play to run, which is why I really like it if I want to get also another version way to hit chunk yards. And of course, the running back on his little block and release. You know, I like my check downs. I like my underneath routes. This formation, this play has it all. All right. For the people that have been patient and seen the video so far, RPO read Y flat, you're going to see how dirty this play is. You guys could see on the bottom, I have over 1,000 calls on this with 9 yards per pop, which you would think, okay, isn't that crazy? But when I specifically only call this play in the red zone, yes, it is pretty crazy. And I'm going to be calling it in random defenses to show you guys this is money against anything. So for this play, all you're going to do is hit the tight end. Don't know what defense he's in? Hit the tight end. Aren't sure what to do? Hit the tight end. When all else fails, hit the tight end. Literally, I'm sad that wasn't a touchdown. There we go. Like, touchdown. Oh, look at this. Touchdown. One more time. Touchdown. All right, say you're bored of scoring touchdowns. Too bad, touchdown. You want a 2-point conversion play? You got it. What a failure of a play. Now, don't do this. It's just too dirty to do it. But what you can do is you could put tight ends here. I do this in Ultimate Team a lot. It's dirty. I'm telling you, it's dirty. I'm telling you, don't do it. It's dirty. But you could put tight ends here. If you put tight ends in these two positions, you're a scumbag. But it makes it so much better. All right, I'm dirty. I put tight ends here. I did it. I know. I'm a dirty player. I cheese. I try to win. I try hard. I know. I'm a terrible person. Here you go. Like, imagine, like, in Mutt, if you, like, I have George Kittle in Mutt, right? You got George Kittle in Mutt? That's it. They ain't breaking this block. Like, they ain't breaking those blocks. Okay, so I recommend you not put your tight ends there just to give the opponent a chance. Like, come on, be nice. I don't know. I'll stop when I get bored. God, look at him just push him. Yeah, look, it's also a read option. Did you know that? Look, you can run it in yourself. That's also dirty too. Look, you can even hand the ball off. You could run it if you really wanted to. You could throw it to the tight end. You can QBs. naked. It's look, let's just run it. Screw it. Let's just run it. But like, you're a scumbag for this. Like you're just a terrible person. I am, at least. I do it with no shame, by the way. Like I am happy. Like nothing makes me happier than substituting those tight ends there, knowing I'm gonna ruin your day. But all right, that's gonna wrap up this video. Of course, hey, if you liked it, subscribe, like it, leave a comment down below on what else you want to see. If you did like this scheme and you're having success with it, hey, let me know, man. I want to see you guys win your Mutt Champs game. Win. Just be dirty with this. Oh my God, it's such a dirty play. But hey, other than that, hey, good luck, everybody.